Listen carefully. You say you want power. You say you want wealth. You say you want to build something massive. An empire, a legacy, a name that echoes. But let me ask you something very, very simple. Is your room clean right now? Are the dishes still in a sink? Is there dust gathering on the table where you plan your future? Are your clothes thrown over a chair like yesterday's discipline? You want to control millions, but you can't control the square meters you live in. That's not ambition. That's delusion. Because the truth is brutal. If you cannot command the small things, you will never command the big ones. Order is not decoration. Order is identity. Your environment is a mirror, and mirrors don't lie. When I walk into a man's house, I don't look at his TV. I don't care about his watch. I don't care about his vision board. I look at his sink. I look at his desk, at his shoes, his car. Because the small details whisper the truth. Dust on the table? Oh, there's dust in the mind. Clothes piled up. Decisions piled up too. Trash not taken out. Responsibilities avoided. You cannot fake order. You either live it or you don't. And there is something most people don't understand. Cleanliness is not about impressing others. It's about mastering yourself. You don't clean your house because guests are coming. You clean it because discipline is coming. You don't iron your clothes because someone might judge you. You iron them because you refuse to move through life wrinkled. You don't wash your car because it's dirty. You wash it because you don't allow chaos to settle anywhere under your authority. Your house is your kingdom. If your kingdom is in chaos, why would God trust you with more? Makes sense, right? You pray for blessings. You ask for expansion. You ask for influence. But look around. Would you give more to someone who neglects what they already have? Or would you give more to the one who protects and maintains every inch of his responsibility? You see, when you start getting closer to God, something changes. You begin to value order. You begin to value purity. You begin to value cleanliness, not just physically, but spiritually. You understand that you are a steward. Your body, a temple. Your house, a trust. Your car, a tool. Your clothes, a reflection. Nothing is random. Everything you touch is either elevated by you or degraded by you. And here's the uncomfortable part. If your surroundings are messy, it means your standards are low. Not your potential, your standards. Because keeping things clean doesn't require talent, it requires consistency. It doesn't require money. It requires attention. It doesn't require motivation. It just requires responsibility. So you don't need a six-figure income to wash dishes. You see, you don't need a mentor to fold your clothes. And you don't need a mastermind group to wipe the dust off your table. But you do need discipline. And discipline is built in the smallest actions. Every time you leave a cup on the table and say, I'll do it later, you're training your brain to tolerate disorder. Every time you walk past clutter and ignore it, you're telling yourself that chaos is acceptable. And once chaos becomes acceptable in your room, it becomes acceptable in your finances, in your relationships, in your health, and in your faith. It spreads like cancer. Mass is never isolated. It infects. But so does order. When you wake up and make your bed immediately, you're not just straightening sheets. You're declaring war on laziness. When your clothes are ironed and hanging properly, you're saying, I prepare before I perform. When your car is clean, you're saying, I respect the tools that carry me. When your body is groomed, you're saying, I respect the vessel that carries my soul. You see, this is not about perfection. This is about alignment. Peace in the mind reflects peace in the space. And the reverse is also true. Have you ever noticed something when you feel overwhelmed? When your thoughts are racing? When you feel stuck? Your environment usually reflects it. Things pile up. Laundry piles up. Dishes pile up. Papers pile up. And that pile becomes visual stress. Every time you look at it, your brain whispers, you're behind, you're fallen, you're losing control. But the moment you start cleaning, something shifts. The moment you begin with one plate and then another, you wipe one surface, then another, you organize one drawer, then another. And suddenly, your breathing changes. Your shoulders relax. Your thoughts slow down. Because cleaning is physical control. And physical control restores mental control. It's therapy without a couch. It's meditation with movement. It's prayer through action. You don't need to overthink when you clean. You just execute. And execute builds clarity. You want to feel powerful. Deep clean your house. Not because it's dirty, but because you refuse to live in chaos. And let's talk about something most people are afraid to admit. Cleanliness is also a filter. If I walk into your space and it's a mess, I immediately understand something about you. You tolerate disorder. And if you tolerate disorder in your home, you will tolerate it in agreements, in commitments, in promises. Standards reveal themselves in silence. A man who keeps his environment sharp is usually sharp internally. A man who neglects the basics usually neglects the fundamentals of life. This is not judgment. This is a pattern of recognition. You can learn about a person without them saying a word. Look at their car. Is it filled with trash? Look at their shoes. Are they destroyed or unclean? Look at their workspace. Is it chaotic? These are clues, because the outside is always a reflection of the inside. Now listen carefully. You say you want to build an empire. Empires are built on systems. Systems require order. Order requires discipline. And discipline begins at home. If you cannot consistently maintain your bedroom, how will you maintain a team? If you cannot manage your closet, how will you manage capital? If you cannot structure your desk, how will you structure your vision? Big control is simply small control multiplied. That's it. There's no secret. There's no mystical breakthrough. There's no mastery of the obvious. And the obvious is often ignored, actually. People want complex strategies, but they avoid simple discipline. Clean house, clean body, clean clothes, clean tools. Simple, but not easy, right? Because consistency is hard, I know. Washing your body daily is basic, but grooming yourself properly, that's intention. Ironing your clothes, that's preparation. Hiding them properly, that's respect. You don't walk into the world careless. You walk into composed. Because how you present yourself affects how you feel. And how you feel affects how you perform. You step into a clean car, you feel sharp. You step into a clean house, you feel calm. You step into a clean workspace, you feel focused. You see, environment shapes psychology. This is not motivational fluff. This is neurological reality. Your brain reacts to visual order. Clutter increases cortisol. Order increases clarity. So when you clean, you're not being obsessive. You're being strategic. And let's go deeper. When you clean regularly, you remove procrastination from your identity. Because clean is repetitive, it never ends. Dust returns, dishes return, laundry returns, just like problems, just like responsibilities. You can't clean once and be done forever. You must maintain. And maintenance builds endurance. You are training yourself to handle recurring tasks without complaint. That's leadership. That's maturity. That's growth. And There's something spiritual about it. When you maintain what you've been given, you show gratitude. Gratitude unlocks increase. Neglect invites loss. It's simple. You don't deserve more space if you can't care for the space you already have. You don't deserve more income if you waste what you already earn. You don't deserve influence if you can't influence your own habits. Control the controllables. Start small. Start where you stand. Wash the dishes immediately. Make your bed immediately. Hang your clothes immediately. Clean your car weekly. Wipe the dust before it builds. Because the longer you wait, the heavier it feels. And that weight transfers your mind. A messy room drains energy. A clean room restores it. And here's the powerful shift. When your environment is consistently clean, you remove one layer of friction from life. You don't waste time looking for keys. You don't waste time searching for documents. You don't waste energy navigating clutter. You operate smoothly. And smooth operation compounds. You think clearer. You act faster. You decide sharper. That's power. Not loud power, quiet power. The kind that doesn't need to announce itself. The kind that walks into a room and people feel it. Because order radiates confidence. Remember that. And chaos radiates instability. You don't need to tell people you're disciplined. They'll see it. In your posture, in your clothes, in your environment, and the way you handle small things. And remember this. Greatness is never built on dramatic moments alone. It's built on repetitive discipline and boring areas. Wiping the table, folding the shirt, cleaning the mirror, vacuuming the floor. These are not small acts. They're identity builders. They tell your brain, I'm in control, not of the world, but of myself. And self-control precedes world control. So next time you feel stopped, don't scroll. Don't complain. Don't overthink. Stand up. Start cleaning. Reset your space. Reset your energy. Reset your mind. Because clarity is often one trash bag away. Peace is often one deep clean away. Momentum is often one organized desk away. So, you want to build something big? Prove it in the small. You want to lead? Lead your environment first. You want blessings? Honor what you already have. Make your house a space of order. Make your body a place of discipline. Make your tools a reflection of respect. Because if a man cannot command his own square meters, he'll never command a city. If he cannot manage his own sink, he cannot manage a system. If he cannot iron his own clothes, he cannot iron out chaos in business. It starts at home. It always starts at home. Control the small, earn the big. And let your life reflect what your mind claims to be. Clean, sharp, ordered, unshakable.